A lot of people ask me the following questions, which we will answer in this video as we go over the calendar. I stated at the start of the day or in the first video, what is an over-the-counter drug? How do I find over-the-counter shops I can trust? I'm going to break it down and know a lot more about it. We're ready to start, so let's go. You can't get the movie on Bitcoin. 62577, which fell 8.38% in the last day and is now worth 3,213. Ethereum is down. Both USDT and USDC came in at their dollar pegs with a main lean of 10.69%. 58, I wrote today about the day I tried to learn a little Cardano, as I said in the movie. It went from 78 cents to 60 cents, as I told you. It has changed its mind because of the jerk who sold all the books. And, you know, that made the price drop. We'll look at where Bitcoin is going as we learn more about this. There might be another dip after that. Deep, even though I don't believe it is. I think it's going to be great. Not very deep. Cardano's price would be about 48 cents if we had a 20%, and that 20% was steep. 62.12, yes, you do know that. Do you think the events in Saudi Arabia are bad? Arabia, and next month it will only be a show. The token for the year 2049 will be held in Dubai. It will happen in Thailand over the course of 5 days. It's a good idea, and you were the first person to bring up the idea of cute penguins. They are the next big thing, you're right. We're going to take off like a rocket into space right now, and you will miss the boat. That's what will happen. You'll think, dude, this Rip guy's the same guy I've been listening to, though. Since 2 years ago, he's been telling me about his project, but I don't want to look into it right now. Now, everything is 10x, 15x, and 20x, and I want you to get in while it's still only $165 and $165 to pay your credit card bills with XRP. You get XRP every month as a prize. We agree with this. If it's good for everyone, this is a treat for me. Ed, take a look at this EU member who was just kicked out. It's interesting that Tether released the USDC image since they were able to get the old boot working again. BitMax saw the price of Bitcoin drop to $8,900 last night. Because of this, you need an over-the-counter to trade a large amount of cryptocurrency, which is something I talk about a lot on this show. What is a drug that you can buy without a prescription? The search is very simple. If you look up crypto OTC, there are a lot of results. For senior staff, you can see that they all have, if you wanted to move cryptocurrency in chunks, you would need at least $250,000. You need to get ready, you need to apply. It's not as simple as, send in an application and wait 2 days with an over-the-counter. You don't have to worry about movement, and 99.9% of the time, AJ. The price of the cryptocurrency will be better if you buy it without a bank. You're good to go. Everything works fine now. 3 to 4 weeks passed before I got my okay. These lines will get longer as we dive deeper and get into this bull run. You wanted to sell more than you could afford to. It was sold on the market with the public sea. Last night, while we were all asleep, this guy went to BitMix and said they couldn't handle all of his Bitcoin transactions because they didn't have enough cash on hand. $4 million were lost. I don't know who you are. Not able to handle losing $4 million. It doesn't matter if I can't lose $50. I'm telling you, I can lose $4 million. Now you're going to try to sell. You're going to read the book when we get to $3. I don't know what $333,000 XRP is. You are going to try to sell it. You're going to lose a huge amount of money. He lost $4 million. It might be time to sell it. You're not going to get what you want. There won't be enough cash on hand. Since you know that your $3,000 worth of XRP is worth only $3, you might get as little as $600,000 instead of the $1 million you expect. GA, how are things going? What do you think about that? I'm sorry for your pain. It will hurt really bad. Do your homework if you need help. Watch out, you can join my Patreon group to set up a call with me alone. That's simple. I am here to hold your hand if you need help. No, that's what's offered to people who need one-on-one help and aren't sure of themselves or need help finding their way. We will have it in 1 month or less than 60 days if a rise is expected. This is where light blue history repeats itself. In fact, the president is holding a meeting. Not quite on time, though, only a few days early. Bitcoin transactions are now slow because the price has moved past the rising phase and into the retrace phase it was in before. You can see that we've entered the backtrack that was already there. Are we truly this low? The man sold over the counter, so no. Will we see a sell-off among people, though? You can see that he just sold off, which is why we are in that prey and have gone back to where the prey was. Most retracements happen between 28 and 14 days before they happen again. Last week, Bitcoin H fell by at least 11%. Right now, we are in this exact spot. It looks like the same thing is happening again, no matter how hard the president tries to change things. Just a few days early, it looks like the president has changed his mind, but what will it show if the current downward trend continues in the coming months? As a safety measure, the pre-heavy return is definitely underway. What should we keep an eye on then? Bitcoin is still going down, even though it has done something that has never been done before in terms of its price action and the recovery phase by setting a new record. Still, history keeps happening over and over again. It looks like the pre-retrace starts almost exactly where the pre-rally stops. Both of them began almost exactly on time. The final pre-halving retrace phase takes place 28 to 14 days before giving birth. According to the plan, is the next step. In terms of time, we are right. We should get here in about 30 days, give or take a month. In 2020, there was a 38% drop from 2016. It's been 20% so far. We think that the pre-halving retrace will need an 11% adjustment, which could take anywhere from a few weeks to 77 days to finish. March could last until May or June. What happens? What happens in the summer, we expect you to know about the market's full parabolic growth and rebound. People who talk about Bitcoin's parabolic final pop blow-off move that will last until 2025 say that the pre-retrace is followed by a re-accumulation up to 5 months. We expect the alts to go up in a rising shape once Bitcoin breaks out of the re-accumulation area. After that, it goes into the parabola zone, which is now the green zone. The number of people using Bitcoin has grown. This phase has only lasted 1 year and 385 days on average, but there is a chance that the cycle will speed up. This might be split in half right now. Even though I can't say anything, this is where we can still see a trail. I want to keep this position, so is there a chance that Bitcoin will go back down? Based on how it looks, we plan to go there. Even if you say you know 20% more than the 11% we chose you in. We're still at 625. You're looking at about $12,000, give or take. That would bring us back to about $62, $52, or $485, which is where the Bitcoin bull run started. It's still very early. That's what you're working on, folks. We should keep this in mind as we go forward. This time we're going to leave out some news. I let this out because I wanted to jump to it. BRICS will offer digital money through the XRP ledger. This has been proven. The XRP ledger will be full of cash from many countries by the end of the year. God bless you all, even the many people who don't agree with you, and congrats to all the long-term members. This is the chart he put out that shows every country in cash that the US dollar bank puts into the funding account. I couldn't find any reference to BRICS using the XRP system in this text. Do we have ties to many of these countries? Brazil, South Africa, China, India, and yes, China, of course we do. However, BRICS has not officially said that they will be using it.